Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
I have to sneeze so bad right now, so
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try and hold it as long as I can throughout the show.
After another cold day yesterday, things will be improving today. Mostly sunny and high of 61, and on Thursday it could get to 80, but back to cooler temperatures for the weekend.
Let's take a look outside right now because it's foolish. Ooh, gosh, so much better than the last few days. It should get warm enough to layer up and play a little golf later.
It actually got below freezing last night. Our high yesterday, 47. Right now it's 33.
It's weird. All the lawns are beautifully green and leaves still not fully on the trees yet. It's an odd sight.
Yeah, the grass is definitely growing. People are mowing, and things are starting to look more like spring.
Thanks to Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More for helping us bring you the daily weather. Visit heatandcoolwithus.com.
Everyone in the media world very disappointed yesterday. Not us, but because of the settlement in the Fox versus Dominion lawsuit.
What was the number?
$787.5 million.
So about half of what they wanted?
Yeah, about half.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But so Dominion gets $787 million. You know what their annual sales typically are?
I have no idea.
$100 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So big payday for Dominion and primarily Dominion lawyers. They were all smiles yesterday.
Yeah, I bet. I heard they're going to sue CBS next.
I noticed they did not. It didn't get coverage on Fox last night, though. Very few mentions, as it dominated all the other networks.
Yes, it did. It did.
They also face a lawsuit. There's another lawsuit, and there's more. Their legal troubles are not over.
You got to be careful what you say. Careful what you say.
Yeah.
Speaking of being left out in the cold, David's Bridal is shutting. They're shuttering. They're filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They did that yesterday, and that's the second time they filed bankruptcy. And they are just struggling so bad. It's Brandon and I were talking about this early. It's a generational business that, there's not just one bridal store in the world anymore where all the brides go up to the store and pick out their dress. There's so many options. So they're going to lay off, do you know how many?
No.
9,000 people by August.
Wow.
9,000. It's a privately owned company headquartered in Pennsylvania.
Now, if you have your wedding dress on order at David's Bridal right now, don't panic because the stores are going to remain open at least for a while. They have 300 stores, and I believe there's one on Eisenhower in Ann Arbor.
There is. I'm going to go up there and get a bunch of clearance dresses and sell them to, I don't know, maybe I'll open my own store here with a bunch of clearance dresses.
Well, they were so expensive. People are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for wedding dresses.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's a big purchase.
Do you remember what
How much?
your
My wedding dress?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't wear a dress. I wore a tuxedo.
Stephanie's wedding dress.
It was probably $1,000.
Well,
And they didn't go to David's Bridal
no.
because that would be like going. I got to watch what I say.
Michigan State University sent out an email to students telling them that there's going to be one less week in the semester next year.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're going to raise the rates anyway, so you get less education.
Very nice.
Pay more.
Yes.
They're going to raise room and board for first-year students to $11,754. Wow.
Brandon, do you think the cost of college education has risen with the quality of higher education instructors, or do you believe there's a little bit of a gap there?
I think there's a bit of a gap.
I believe so.
Getting out of control.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, the grad students that teach at the University of Michigan, they're on strike. They want more money.
Yeah, it's barely, and even a lot of those research students, it's barely money to get by. So.
Michigan State also announced that the spring break will occur 1 week earlier.
Wow.
So spring break will actually start in February next year.
Really? Wow. So I hope everyone didn't book plans or have their trip planned already. Wow, early. That's when it used to be. It used to always, college spring break was in end of February, I think.
Well, you know, spring doesn't arrive till March 20th.
Right.
So spring break
Right.
technically shouldn't occur.
Right, but you
But-
can't have it butt up to the end of the school year like that because kids just wouldn't come back.
Some spring breaks are happening right now in some parts of the country. So
Yeah, I'm
also-
getting ready to go on a spring break next week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that is right.
The Michigan legislature is considering 2 bills. They're companion bills, one introduced by a Democrat, one introduced by a Republican, that would allow alcohol sales at all college football and basketball and hockey games in Michigan. So this could happen as soon as
Hey,
this fall. So this is what happens.
no,
Yes.
yes, but why is it okay for it to if it can happen at any stadium, why can't it? Why can't these colleges make some money off beer sales? I think they should be able to.
Well,
That way, you won't binge drink on the way into the game.
yeah.
Did anyone see the fight at the White Sox game the other night in the stands? That thing went on for about 3 minutes before any security
Really?
came. Yeah.
No, alcohol at college football, basketball, and hockey games, I don't think it'll be a problem.
I don't think so.
No.
And here's why I think. Well, there's many reasons I think you should. So you've been to a Michigan game, right?
Yeah.
Where you get there at 6:30 and
Everyone
tailgate.
drinks till they're blind before they even go into the game.
Right. Yeah. I don't think everyone would do that if they were able to get a coldie inside. Plus, the University of Michigan would make another $10 million every game day.
Yeah, maybe they could lower the cost of education. They
Doubt
will. The bills would allow the licensing of all Michigan public universities to sell alcohol, football, basketball, and hockey games, with sales being permitted an hour before kickoff, tip-off, and puck drop, and ending when the game ends.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Woohoo, I like it. That's,
right up until the goalposts are torn down.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine. And I wouldn't assume that everyone that is on the field, rushing the field, is intoxicated. There's a lot of people that aren't, just so you know.
That's true.
There's a lot going on this week. My grandmother's turning 95,
wow.
so we've got a big celebration planned. I've got a soccer tournament out of town.
Most of the family is coming in.
I have heard from one person, Dominic, my cousin Dominic, in San Francisco. That's the only person I've heard from.
Well, I saw one of your cousins posted on Instagram, hey, I got nothing to do this weekend. Anybody got any ideas? I do. He could come to his grandmother's 95th birthday party.
Let me guess. Tommy Lundberg.
Tommy Lundberg.
Yeah, Hollywood Lundberg.
Tommy Lundberg has nothing to do this weekend. Well, Tommy, you do, if you want.
How about this, Tommy? How about this, Tommy? And anyone wants to send this to Tommy, I'll pay for your flight. Okay, no excuses now. I will pay for your flight. Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, send it to Tommy.
Come on in, Tommy. You got nothing to do because Coachella ended.
Coachella has ended, Tom. Okay.
Kindergarten roundup today at Jackson Public Schools. It's Dibble today. They're
Very
doing
nice.
that.
You know who is a proud graduate of Dibble? Your daughter-in-law.
Oh, Stephanie, yeah.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, her mother just unearthed the DVD of her kindergarten graduation.
Let's take a look.
I don't have it. It's troublesome. I've seen it before. The parents, not her parents, but all the parents' clothing in this video is absurd.
Well, we'll have to.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Get a clip.
Yeah, we'll get a
Yeah.
clip of that.
How about those Tigers?
They are 7-9. How about them?
Well, they've got some W's early in the season.
5
Yeah.
in a row.
How about your Hunter Dickinson?
He's no longer my
No.
Hunter Dickinson.
He's likely. You know where he's visiting today?
Where?
Kansas.
Oh,
According to the Athletics transfer portal rankings, he is number 1 And a lot of schools have their eye on him, and Kansas is apparently most interested.
If I was him, I would go to Kansas, Duke, or Kentucky and try and make as much money as possible. So I'm sure he will end up somewhere like that.
Yeah, and yesterday a freshman, future
Yes,
Michigan freshman,
he wanted his
decommitted.
paperwork back, and he would like to send the paperwork to another university. Okay.
You know, it's all about the money, and we're going to see 20, 30 schools that are just going to be dominating with,
I agree.
With the money.
I agree. Hey, Jackson College has their stunt dog experience coming, and this is a really cool event. I know you've been there before. It's Chris Perandi's Stunt Dog Experience, Sunday, April 23rd, 2 showings, 12 and 4. And all the dogs that participate in the show are rescues. So very, very cool and fun show. So for tickets, just visit jccmi.edu/Potter Center. And thanks to Jackson College and the Potter Center for helping us bring you today's morning show.
Did you hear about the White House intruder yesterday?
I didn't.
Yes, someone got through the fence at the
Really?
White House. Actually, he squeezed his way through the fence. A toddler earned the title of the tiniest White House intruder.
That's very
He
cute.
squeezed through the metal fencing, and Secret Service, they're responsible for security at the White House. They tased him. No, they walked across the lawn, and they picked him up, and
What if that baby wasn't really a baby?
it could have been a AI.
It could have been an AI spy.
Yeah, it could have been a robot. They briefly questioned the toddler.
Whose kid is that?
It's like, where are his parents? No, his parents stood on the other side of the fence and watched him. Oh,
Oh,
isn't that cute?
that's
He
cute,
squeezed
yeah.
into the White House.
They probably thought they'd be able to go in and get him. And
No, he
That'd
could
be
have brought.
cute.
I mean, he could have been smuggling contraband or attempting to
the
get
kid could have been selling crack outside of the fence.
state secrets.
Hmm?
What?
I said the kid could have been selling crack outside of that fence.
Could have. Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry, Noah, that's our Dave Chappelle bit.
So, the
Has
parents-
anyone ever seen a baby by themselves on the street like that?
yesterday.
God. Oh my gosh. Hey, the Country Club of Jackson is going to show off its new renovations to the public tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. There'll be a ribbon cutting, appetizers, walk around tours. It's if you have not been there to check it out, check it out. All are welcome. 4 to 6 p.m. We'll be there. The chamber will be there, and the staff will be offering tours.
Will the popcorn, cheese and crackers, soup and salad bar be available?
I don't know that the soup and salad bar will be available, but I think there will be popcorn available for you.
And canapes.
I'm sorry?
Canapes.
What's that?
It's hors d'oeuvre.
Oh,
It's
really?
a walk around with a little napkin and a canape. It's hors
Oh,
d'oeuvre.
it's a name for,
It's a
that
name for
means
hors
hors
d'oeuvre.
d'oeuvre.
It means hors d'oeuvre.
Okay. Brandon, can you
Yes.
spell hors d'oeuvres real quick?
No one can.
I'll look it up.
No one can
Okay.
spell hors d'oeuvres. Speaking of the chamber, you have some chamber news, Andy.
Oh yeah, chamber news. Craig Hatch is leaving his post as chamber president for
Wow.
another position.
The chamber pandemic president.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, Craig started like a week before the pandemic, and it's kind of technically the pandemic just ended. What an interesting tenure. Very difficult tenure.
Yeah.
So yeah, good luck to Craig, and of course, good luck to the chamber finding a great replacement for that position.
There's potentially some talent right there in the chamber
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, you never know.
And Craig did a great job. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
And best wishes.
Absolutely.
Do you know where he's going?
I don't know.
Huh,
No, I don't know. Today's show is also brought to you by Sonneborn Orthodontics, Jackson's most trusted name in orthodontics for over 30 years. Thanks to Sonneborn Orthodontics for helping us bring you today's show.
Windy but sunny day for high school athletes last night. They've got some games and matches to make up after rain on Monday. And I think it's time now for the Extreme Dodge High School Sports.
The Extreme
Scoreboard.
Dodge scoreboard, yeah, and it is loaded up. Girls track and field scores here. Hanover, Chelsea, Napoleon, and Addison, the winners in girls track and field. Chelsea, a very, very strong track team on the girls' side. Boys results, Hanover over Manchester, Chelsea over Jackson, Napoleon over Vandercook Lake, and Addison, and Addison over Vandercook Lake as well. It was, it wasn't that nice of a night, but the sun came out. You were outside taking pics, right?
Yeah.
Was it cold?
At first.
Yeah, at first, and then you warmed up, huh? Boys golf, Cascades Conference Jamboree. Hanover Horton won that thing by 13 strokes. Girls tennis, Lumen Christi 8, Columbia Central 0. And you went to that tennis match.
Mm-hmm.
Because Columbia didn't win, did they? Where was that at?
It was the first match of the season, so
You had one of our staff members has a tennis player,
yeah,
Dr. Molly McClure's daughter.
yes,
How'd her team do?
they won.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the wind, you play
Oh.
tennis in the wind, it's unbelievably impossible. So for all those athletes,
Okay, here's what's coming up tonight on deck. A lot of baseball, a lot of softball, track and soccer. Just a lot going on, a lot of catch up. So the on deck's going to be busy every single day, but it should be a nice night for some spring sports. So tune in for all the results on our Extreme Dodge scoreboard later tonight on jtv.tv.
who's on today's show?
We've got a great show lined up. We're going to get things started with John Waldron and Bill Jors from Southern Michigan Bank and Trust right after this break.